8 shocking taboos in Palestine that will leave you stunned. The world is speechless before these rules. Have you ever heard of a place where everyday rules could leave you astonished? Palestine, a land rich in history and culture, also harbors strange laws that you likely haven't imagined. Think about it. Touching an ant could get you fined, or shaking hands with a woman is completely forbidden. Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's not the strangest thing. Even using your left hand for daily activities is a major taboo. Could this be true, or are these just exaggerated stories? Don't judge too quickly. As you explore this land with me, you'll be amazed by its unique laws and customs, challenging logic in ways you've never thought of. Get ready, because Palestine is about to open a completely different world before your eyes. Fact number 1. The custom of bride kidnapping. If you are walking down the streets of Palestine and suddenly see a girl being taken by a group of men, don't panic or call the police. These people are not kidnappers, they're just kidnapping a bride. Sounds bizarre, doesn't it? This is a unique marriage custom in Palestine, where the process of finding a spouse is vastly different from what you might expect in this country. Instead of traditional courting, young men often perform a staged abduction of the girl of their dreams, whether she agrees or not. What's more, this act is not done by the young man alone. His family and friends also participate together. They plan to capture the girl and bring her to the young man's home. Once she's there, the groom's family will try to persuade the bride's family to agree to the marriage. However, the future bride doesn't always accept easily. Depending on the groom's social standing, the bride's family may intervene, either forcing her to stay or helping her escape. Although this custom has been officially banned since 1991, it is estimated that nearly 1/3 of marriages in Palestine still start this way, while it may sound like a dramatic romantic story. The crucial point is that the bride must agree beforehand. Otherwise, it is nothing short of an illegal kidnapping and forced marriage. Fact number 2. Prohibition of shaking hands with women. When visiting Palestine, there is one thing you should remember: avoid as much physical contact with women as possible, and absolutely do not shake hands or touch them for men. Including Muslim men, shaking hands with unfamiliar women is strictly forbidden if the woman is not a family member. Any kind of touch is completely prohibited. Similarly, Muslim women are also not allowed to shake hands with strange men when interacting with Muslim women. It's best to just smile and nod, instead of offering your hand out of habit. Maintaining a distance between men and women is a strict rule in Islam and Muslim countries. If women violate these taboos, especially regarding extramarital relationships, they may face extremely harsh punishments. One of the most brutal punishments is public stoning. Women who have extramarital affairs are led to the public square, where a crowd will stone them until they can no longer bear it. Even if they are fortunate enough to survive, they will still be ostracized and despised in society. Although accidentally touching a local girl may not get you into much trouble, she could become the target of extremists or fanatics, so be careful and respect local culture to avoid unintended consequences. Fact number 3. Prohibition of ant killing. When we think of ants, we often consider them tiny creatures that are everywhere, and sometimes harming them seems insignificant. But if you come to Palestine, be extremely careful, because ants here are no ordinary insects. They are deeply respected and carefully protected by the Muslim community. According to Islamic beliefs, ants are diligent, well-organized, and possess great endurance, making them symbols of perseverance and justice. While accidentally stepping on an ant might be forgiven, deliberately killing ants or destroying their nests could lead to serious consequences. You might be taken to a mosque and punished for going against religious teachings. It's not just ants. Other animals are also strictly protected. Even animals raised for meat must follow certain procedures to ensure they die peacefully without causing pain or harm to humans. This might seem a bit excessive to some, but living in a different culture means respecting and following these rules is essential. Try not to complain too much, as the consequences of violating them could be severe. So while you're here, remember that even the smallest creatures are treated with utmost reverence and care. Fact number 4. Prohibition of discussing politics in public spaces. When in Palestine, one thing you should keep in mind is to avoid discussing politics in public places in a society where political issues can be extremely sensitive. Talking about them not only creates tension but may also make those around you uncomfortable for the people here. Politics is not just a dry subject, it's an integral part of daily life, evoking strong emotions and sometimes painful memories. Palestinians are very sensitive to political topics, especially those concerning local issues. They often avoid discussing these matters in everyday conversations to maintain peace and avoid conflicts. This reflects mutual respect and the wisdom in preserving harmony within the community. Imagine you're enjoying dinner with family or friends, and a joyful conversation suddenly becomes tense when someone brings up politics. This can create a heavy atmosphere and affect the comfort of those around you. Therefore, avoiding sensitive topics like these is a key rule to ensure everyone feels respected and at ease. Instead, focus on lighter topics such as culture, cuisine, or local customs. This not only helps you blend in, but also brings enriching and enjoyable experiences during your trip. Fact number 5. Prohibition of pork consumption. When visiting Palestine, you'll find plenty of exciting culinary options, but you definitely won't find anything made from pork. I can confidently say that 90% of Palestinians have never tasted pork in their entire lives. The main reason stems from Islamic teachings in the Quran. There is a passage that forbids eating pork after extensive studies. Muslims believe that consuming pork is harmful, both to health and morality. First, pigs are considered unclean animals and carriers of many diseases that can harm humans. Second, pigs are known for their promiscuous breeding habits, which are thought to have a negative influence on human behavior. Therefore, in Muslim restaurants, beef is often used as the primary ingredient for many popular dishes. While pork is one of the most common meats worldwide, with about 1 billion pigs slaughtered each year and widely consumed in many cultures, it is strictly prohibited in religions like Judaism and Islam. Similarly, Hindus do not eat beef because they revere cows. For Muslims, pork is considered impure for the body, and the Quran clearly lists forbidden foods including pork. So when in Palestine, don't be surprised if you can't find any pork. Fact number 6. Prohibition of placing hands on hips. One interesting communication rule in Palestine that visitors may not be aware of is the prohibition of placing hands on hips in the local culture. This gesture is often seen as provocative or even disrespectful, especially when conversing with elders or in formal settings. This can lead to serious misunderstandings and negatively affect your relationship with the local people. Why is this the case? Placing hands on hips can be interpreted as an expression of overconfidence, or even as a challenge to others. In Palestine, respect and communication is highly valued, and every gesture, even the smallest, carries significant meaning. Imagine you're at a party or a family gathering. Keeping your arms in a natural position will help create a friendlier and more respectful atmosphere. Palestinians place great importance on proper etiquette in social interactions. They appreciate politeness and respect, and this is reflected in even the smallest actions. Failing to observe these gestures can result in being perceived as disrespectful to the local culture, making you feel out of place in conversations. Fact number 7. Prohibition of whistling at night in the quiet evenings of Palestine. There's an interesting rule that people usually follow: no whistling. It may sound odd, but for the locals, whistling is more than just a way to express oneself. It is considered an action that can attract spirits or supernatural forces. Many believe that whistling at night disturbs the peace and quiet and may invite unwanted occurrences. That's why if you're wandering around a small town at night and feel like whistling for fun, think twice. Not only will it draw attention, but it could also get you into trouble with the locals. The people here value the serenity of the night, and this rule reflects their deep connection to traditional customs. Imagine you're enjoying an outdoor party with friends. The joyful music plays, but a whistle in the night suddenly makes the atmosphere tense in a society where faith and tradition still hold an important place. Even a small action like this can carry significant meaning. Fact number 8. Rules for entering holy places. The magnificent and solemn mosques are not only stunning sights that any exploration enthusiast should visit, but they also hold deep spiritual significance for the local people to them. These mosques symbolize a connection with the Almighty and hold an immensely important place in their hearts. Therefore, when visited, it's essential to respect and follow the strict rules to show reverence for Islamic traditions. One of the most important rules is about attire. Visitors must wear modest clothing that covers the arms and legs, avoiding revealing or tight-fitting clothes for men. T-shirts, shorts, or flip-flops